The brain is just jammed up and about, it's all over, and the baby is not able to concentrate. So once this baby goes to school and the baby cannot stand the teacher talking and standing there for 2 hours, then now you begin shouting at this baby. Yet the problem was not the baby. Because when we make a baby feel like he's left out, he begins thinking like, maybe I'm not born in this family. Maybe this is not my father. Maybe this is not my mother. Yeah. And how do you get babies who even kill their parents? It's very important for us not to shout at babies. It also affects their speech. If a baby does something, find a better way. That's why it's important to have a healthy mind. If I'm too irritable, let someone else handle the baby for the moment.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mamatoto Lounge. We hope that you've been well. Thank you so much for subscribing. We are road to 1,000, 10,000. Thank you. We are road to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you for showing up, for sharing, for commenting, and even requesting for special guests like the guest we are going to have today. It's because you requested, and she was graceful enough to be here with us. We are at the Little Cave. Little Cave is in Tomboya Estate. Please come. They have very good accommodation spaces and a very good restaurant. You should try it out when you're having visitors. Today's guest, like I said, it's on a special invite. I hear nowadays you must quarrel with your children in the morning as you prepare for school. Is it the right thing to do? What other alternatives do we have? Today, we are unlearning and learning. Thank you so much for being here with us. I will not even mention your name. Please let us know who you are and what you do.
Okay, my name is Effie Abuto, and I coordinate what we call clinical services and child health services in Kisumu West. I work under the Ministry of Health. Yeah, I have a passion for child health.
Beautiful. Doctor, it's so humbling to be with you. I am so excited because we keep learning every day, and I'm not so sure if our audience know or people know that we have this special docket in the ministry that helps in child nurturing. I think we have grown knowing that hospital ni ya wagonjwa tu. So this is a special moment for even parents outside there to know you are there to help them and guide them when it comes to nurturing. So please tell us more about these special dockets.
So what's good about nurturing care is that majorly we are integrated. Right now it's about the Ministry of Health, it's about child rights are inside there. We also have the education docket. We are working together as a technical working group, all focusing on how to nurture and care for a baby. And nurturing care is the one that drives a baby's life. The way I'm nurtured right from conception determines how I will be in like 20 years to come, 30 years, 40 years to come.
Yes.
Yeah, it plays a really major part, and it's very essential.
Beautiful.
In our lives.
Yeah, because I'm even seeing adulthood right now. Most people are dealing with something called childhood traumas.
True.
And that is because exactly like what you have just defined. We are because of that seed that was planted right from the word go.
True. Yeah, that's very true. Because in nurturing care, we measure on majorly 3 dockets. When we talk about preventing preventable deaths, we prevent the preventable deaths for babies or newborns. And then now we talk about thriving. Now, how are we bringing them up? And then transforming, which is about the environment in which these babies live in. So nurturing care is majorly about those 3 main key.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Doctor, we are learning. We are even taking notes. Please take us through. I am pregnant, all right?
Yeah.
So how do I start it right from the word go? Or do we start now when the baby has cried, that first special cry?
No. So nurturing care begins right from conception.
Okay.
Yeah? As soon as a mother realizes that she is expectant. Some realize early, some realize late, maybe because of hormonal issues and everything.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, yeah.
everyone is different. So as soon as one realizes that she is expectant, then now that particular person's need to begin communicating with the baby. It starts right from conception. That's why we call it responsive. Playing around with the belly, singing, yeah. Because even when a mother is expectant, let me say that, the music that you love to listen to, once the baby is born, you'll realize that when that particular music is played, the baby responds to it better than any other music that maybe you don't really like. And then now here is also where we need the male involvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The partner playing around with the bump, the baby bump, yeah, and maybe singing to the mom as he rubs the baby bump.
Yes.
That plays a part. You know, in the African culture, maybe people feel like we don't want to touch the belly, let the baby grow. The men are busy making money to prepare for the baby. Yeah, this baby really needs to begin it right from conception. So we need to nurture the newborns, or let me just say the fetus right from conception, because communication and play begins right from conception all through the pregnancy until the baby is delivered, and it continues. It is about their first 1,000 days of life. Yeah, right from conception.
I so much agree with you, especially on the men playing with the belly, because I've seen mothers and I've seen children. The baby has been crying throughout the day. The baby has been, so the mother calls the father, please today finish up work early, come and help me because the baby has been crying. Then when the man comes, the baby is so calm.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The baby is like, I know this voice. This is a voice of authority. This is somebody I know.
So that tells you the baby really bonded with the partner, the father. Yeah. So that bonding is very key. Babies can hear even during as they grow in the pregnancy period.
Yeah.
So that really helps to bond with the voice that is familiar. When they're born, that voice will be familiar. It's not something new. So a new voice that comes in, they'll be able to identify. We should not always look at babies like maybe they don't even understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Right from conception, babies' play and communication begins from there. That's what we call responsive caregiving in nurturing care.
That is what happens even during when they have pets.
Yeah.
And they are able now to grow up with these pets.
Yeah, because
so we
it
don't
was part
have
of them during the growth.
So we don't have to even change the environment when the baby comes.
No.
The baby knows that environment.
This is the environment the baby is familiar with all the way. This is the music. This is the kind of messages the mother listens to. And that's why even during that period, there should be no commotion and being loud and traumatizing to the mother. Any mother who is depressed during the pregnancy periods, that will really impact the baby. Because right from conception, the baby is growing in a stressful environment. So maybe this baby will come out as a baby who is reserved and not able to even stand for him or herself because it began right from conception. And maybe this baby is just getting so scared of noise. You see these babies who are born and then maybe they're used to a very calm environment. And then you take them out to maybe some loud music plays in a car and the baby begins to cry so irritably. It's just because the baby is not used to that kind of environment. So that's why even in the conception period, pregnancy period, mothers really need to have a healthy mind. I think that's the best term to use. A very healthy mind. So they have peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
For the sake of the baby. Any stress, the baby also stresses. Yeah.
Are we even taking notes so far? It's barely like 15 minutes and Daktari has really shared quite a lot. So what are we doing during pregnancy and how are we bonding? And that one, Doc, takes me straight to the brain development. You have like concluded that is when it starts.
Yeah, because we deal with the most precious time in a baby's life is the first 1,000 days of life. And the first 1,000 days of life begins right from conception, not after delivery. So this baby, the formation begins right from conception and it progresses. Yeah. And even when you see look at the babies, we look at the babies, even after they're born, you realize the babies tend to grow very fast.
Yeah.
That's the same way in which as the brain grows, all that formation that begins at first, talking in the simplest, then now it progresses. And as this brain develops, what kind of environment do we expose this brain to? What kind of nutrition Do we expose this baby to? Do we, as I expectant mother, does someone take a lot of maybe some things like alcohol?
Yeah.
And what impact will it have to the baby's brain development?
Yeah.
Do I take the right kinds of meals? If maybe a mother is vomiting too much, how do we curb this vomiting to ensure that the mother gets the right nutrition so that the baby also gets the right nutrition? Remember, this baby is getting all the nutrients through that particular placenta that connects the baby to the mother. So all the nutritional components goes to the baby directly.
Yeah.
So whatever I feed on as a mother is what goes to my baby right during the pregnancy. So is this contributing to a better brain development, or is my way of feeding and the environment I'm exposing myself to affecting my brain development of my baby negatively? So it's very key that we focus on the first 1,000 days of life. If nurturing and care is done well during those 1,000 days, we'll look at that baby years later. There's a very big difference than a baby who did not receive responsive caregiving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you just touched on nutrition and what the mother partakes, because I've seen in social media where women are like, but with my baby I smoked shisha and I've seen nothing. So just because she has not seen anything the first 5 years doesn't
mean she'll not see something later. Yeah, in the years to come. That's very true. Because the impact of these particular, like maybe they had substances, they come in later. Yeah, and now maybe a child gets to have mental health issues, begin thinking like, oh, someone has really looked at my kid badly,
bad eyes,
witchcraft issues, you know, these people don't want well for me. Yet it is that mistake we made right after conception during the pregnancy. Yeah, and you end up blaming it on people who do not even have an idea what we took during the pregnancy. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So it's very key, the first 1,000 days of life.
This is very amazing, at the same time very scary, especially for mothers who do not have this information. And that is why we feel honored when you are here to give this information outside there and to remind mothers and parents that this information is with everybody at their facilities.
True.
It is us to give the parents this kind of information. Environment. So you spoke about environment, and the first thing that has hit me is the TV.
The most common, and PlayStation.
Yeah, and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Oh yes, as they grow now, we start them here by just TV, the lyrics.
Yeah.
And right now there is a famous teacher that every baby knows. Said hello, and every baby is like, you know. So what's your take about screen in general, the screen time?
Okay, one thing we need to understand about the screen, there's no interaction. It is a one-sided form of communication with the baby. So a complete communication is whereby I pass the message and there's feedback. So as a baby, I could be watching teacher so-and-so presenting something, and I have a question in my head related to what teacher so-and-so is telling me on the screen, but I can't talk to teacher so-and-so. So all the questions in my head will not be answered. I'll be carrying these questions. Maybe I'll need to ask them, ask someone else, if that is possible, especially if it is not a harsh caregiver or a harsh parent who is friendly, and I'll be able to ask. As a baby, I may even forget, and still run with this particular question for the better part of my life. No one answered it. So screens really do not interact with babies. Remember, they're also exposing their eyes to these particular plays. And nowadays kids, if you realize, even for us as adults, nowadays people are very poor at concentration.
Oh, very poor.
Because we tend to watch this, within a short time we change to something else. The brain cannot concentrate for a long time. It is the same impact on the babies. Yeah. So maybe the baby will watch something, the older kid a younger one comes at 5, wants to watch a different thing. The 7-year-old wants a different thing. 10-year-old, the teenager is not yet in. And now the brain is just jammed up and about, it's all over. And the baby is not able to concentrate. So once this baby goes to school and the baby cannot stand the teacher talking and standing there for 2 hours, then now you begin shouting at this baby. Yet the problem was not the baby. The problem began with the environment in which we're exposing the baby. So for the screen, we don't really encourage. Remember the old good days?
Yes.
When children would really play, interact with each other, run, let them get dirty, let them play, And we're in a generation where even when a child gets dirty, the child will be shouted at. Why are you making your clothes so dirty? You know, the baby is trying to play and the brain is trying to develop, and the baby is exploring, adventuring to see, if I take this water from the cup and pour it out, what happens? Yeah, what happens to the carpet? What happens to the floor? What happens if it's tiles? What happens if it's the ground? Akenda ushago, you know? It's different.
Yes.
So the brain is developing and understanding things differently. But in our view, you're making my house dirty, for heaven's sake. What is wrong with this kid? So it's so important that we get our kids to get an interactive and friendly environment. Because that's what leads to, when the environment is not friendly in our house, I'll be comfortable in another house. As a parent, how do I know what's happening in the other house? What if my child gets wrong information, wrong morals? Yeah. So it's very key for us to provide an enabling environment for babies to thrive. That's the term. An environment that is friendly, that helps them to thrive, both in their minds, in their thoughts, in the way they speak, everything. So that they just grow and they're able to interact. TV, if we would really reduce the screen time, it would really help our baby. And you know, as adults, I always feel we are kind of selfish. The reason babies are given phones and tablets and all that is because we want to do something. I don't want that baby to disturb my peace. I want to do some work on my laptop. True. So since I want to distract him, now let him spend his time on that tablet.
That's being very selfish when you look at
it. So
it's
about me. It's majorly about me.
But
what is the impact of the tablet on that baby? There's no interaction. The baby is watching something, learning something, picking everything from there, because kids are very good at imitating.
Yes, absorbing.
Yes. They're so good at imitating. So you tell them this, they watch a different thing, they will do what they watched. Because that is what they know. So it really, really impacts our babies' lives negatively or positively, depending on where we take it. But screen time, we should reduce as much as possible. Let our children play.
Yeah. Wow. If I got you right, screen time should be minimized, kabisa, because it's not interactive.
True.
Yes, and this reminds me of when they are growing up, when they are talking and then they keep saying, Mama, ini nini? Then you say, Nikikombe. Ini nini? Nikikombe. Ini nini? They repeat like that 1,001 times.
Because they want to pick it.
They want to pick it. That chance is not given by the TV.
Yeah, it's true.
Then on accommodative places of these children, my brain is rushing too much because when you're living at a flat, there's always that one favorite house that children will always
flock.
Yes, they will flock. So to me, that means that house is accommodative. Probably in my house, when they step, I'll be like, Mumechafua, sit down, wash your hands, you know.
True.
But probably in that other house, they are very free. They can jump from one seat, from one sofa, from the carpet.
And they're very comfortable because no one shouts at them.
Is that the same with feeding? Because you'll get a parent saying, my baby does not take uji. But the same baby goes to the neighbor
house. There's this mentality that at times comes that is really common. That mothers believe that it is the househelp who can feed the baby.
Oh, yes.
Mimi nikimbeba, I'll not be. The baby not feed.
Actually, they come home later. They call, they're like, mumekula. Hapana ndio tunakula. Aya, kuleni ndio niingie.
Because the baby, they're like, the baby, mama kifika, the baby will forget about the issue of food and everything. So feeding in babies needs patience a lot. If I'm in a rush to go to work, I want to feed the baby so fast. The baby is not able to feed so fast. The baby anataka, they feed and then they step out, go play a little, then they rush again, come back. For them, it's fun. They're having a good time.
Yes.
And the feeding is enjoyable. But now I want to pack this baby with food continuously. The baby is
sit down.
The baby is just sicko. The whole session of feeding is traumatizing for the baby. Because now the baby feels like, well, I'm going to be stressed again. They're going to force that thing on me again. So it is important for us to have those friendly feeding moments with babies and be patient. It may even take an hour feeding a baby.
Yes.
Don't worry about the food is going to go cold. And the baby is okay with that.
Wow.
Because they're feeding little by little, you're patient with them,
Yes.
and then they enjoy the moment. They
That's
play.
the responsive feeding.
Yeah. And some of them, that's why you realize even in the house helps,
Yeah.
at times they run with the baby. Where the baby is playing, they go with the food right at the carpet.
Yes.
They give the baby the food. When the baby comes back again, they take the food from here. So it's up and about that maybe at times as mothers,
As a mother,
you
a working
are so
mother.
exhausted, you feel like this baby is going to kill me. Let the house help just take this baby and you guys just go lock yourselves in the bedroom and feed the baby. And one thing I've also realized about a poor feeding in some babies, there's this issue of sinuses being blocked. It's very common. There's a pediatrician that talked about it. It's very common.
Yeah.
And what he was trying to explain, the pediatrician now, the daktari wa watoto,
Yes.
he mentioned that when babies are blocked
Yeah.
in the sinuses, we do not understand. The baby is struggling to breathe. We are busy struggling to make this baby feed.
Yeah.
He wants to feed very fast and open the mouth and at least breathe. So when I pack the food too fast, the baby's sinuses are blocked. It is already so frustrating. In his mind, the baby is like, Mommy, I'm trying to breathe. Please take it slowly. Yet me as a mommy, baby, come on, can you feed fast? We do not have time. This baby's way of feeding cannot be the same as a baby whose sinuses are not blocked.
Yes.
So some of these babies, you realize that once the surgery is done, their feeding improves automatically. So we really need to understand the uniqueness of babies. Why is my baby not feeding well? Yeah, could it be something? Could it be maybe the baby even has infection in the tonsils? Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe when they feed, they feel like they want to vomit. So babies are so unique that we need to understand. Is it that I'm pressurizing the baby when feeding?
Is it a
baby
medical
does not have
condition?
Yes. Is it a medical condition? Like what am I supposed to do to improve the feeding of my baby?
Yes.
Do I go like, this baby is just a poor feeder and forget about it? Yet the baby needs the nutrients to grow as a normal baby. So it's good to understand what is the uniqueness in my baby. Is it that the sinuses are blocked? Is it that some babies also have the issues of babies born in places with asthma, families with asthma?
Yeah.
So maybe issues of their chests are congested, bronchospasms. They can't breathe well.
Yes.
They're feeding. Maybe it's a silent chest. You can't hear the wheeze, but the baby is struggling to breathe. And for me, I'm packing the baby with food. So we really need to be keen and understand the baby as the baby presents in their own uniqueness. What could be contributing to this baby feeding poorly so that we handle that particular issue. If it's an older baby, is it about deworming? Yeah, could be the baby maybe has worms. You've not taken the baby for the deworming schedule. They've not taken the medication, so the baby's tummy is just full of worms. Yeah, there's that feeling of like maybe the baby feels like vomiting. You know, the intestines are not calm.
Yeah,
the baby has infections and everything, so they're not comfortable eating.
And we are there forcing them and getting frustrated.
Yeah. So for babies, they're interesting just so they can talk and explain themselves, but there's always something that is preventing them from doing something.
Yes.
There's always something. And most of the time, we have contributed to that something.
Oh, yeah. Or maybe they just don't like that food. Simple.
Yeah, by the way, that is also possible.
I don't like malenge. So I can imagine if I am a child and somebody is forcing me to eat malenge.
You try something else. Yeah, babies are exploring. So as you were saying, during their tender ages, you know, as they grow, what are they familiar with?
Yeah.
If you want to introduce something, try it. If that is not working, try something else. Yeah, you'll get something that the baby loves and use what the baby loves even the most. Just ensure it's balanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And on that about the sinuses, it's also a tradition. Today I don't have my dolls, of the way some parents would hold a baby mkono moja hapa, and then when the baby is almost swallowing, press the nose, and then
the baby aspirates.
All in the name of we are feeding this baby. We want a kanono child who looks like a fat sausage.
The one whom you take to the hospital and you can't even find the veins, and the baby is so sick.
Yeah. So I can only imagine that to a child who already has a silent chest. There you are, you're blocking the nose.
The baby cannot breathe well.
Then we take to the OPD. Very fast.
I remember there's a time we had a baby who aspirated uji. And you know the baby uji is so thick.
Yeah.
And now the baby was being fed by the teenage sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So the teenage sister was feeding the baby with uji. The time we were in KCH. And then the baby suddenly kind of stopped breathing. Yeah. And the teenager, the mother was not around.
Okay.
So the teenager is the one who ran with the child to the hospital. Because it's the same process. The lady was holding the baby's nose and giving the uji. So somehow the baby aspirated, like it went to the lungs. So the baby was blocked, was not able to breathe. The baby is convulsing, like the baby is dying. And that was the first one, but it's good we were able to help because that it was we suctioned the uji.
And at least the teenager had an idea what to do,
learned what to do next time.
Hospital.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the teenager also wants to play. He's still a child. The adolescent also wants to play.
Yeah.
So they'll give the babies a rakaraka pia and go back.
Yeah,
when they wacheze.
It's true. But feeding is very important for babies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we have even talked about this case of this teenager, how do parents bring up these children in this environment where they love each other? Doctor, you'll agree with me, even in our ages, we are seeing a lot of siblings who don't see an eye to eye. Okay?
Yeah.
Even cousins. Tulishakosana kitambo sana. We are all forming our own cousins. But let's start with home. With the same house, where you see a brother and a brother don't see eye to eye, a brother and a sister, they don't seem to get along. Does it start also right from that age?
It starts from very tender childhood. I think one thing that is the most common cause is what we call favoritism. Mother favors a particular baby more than the other. At times some parents feel this particular baby is too slow. Even in terms of learning, you'll hear a mother even tell a baby, this one is too slow. Mwacheni hapo.
Okay.
Atamaliza yake baadaye, you know. The other one is fast, finishes and goes to play. As they go to play and leave this baby here is traumatized. This baby feels like he's left out. He's the poor one. He's the slow one. He's the problem in this house. So they grow together with that rivalry of feeling like so and so is always better than me.
Yes.
So if I try my best and pass, so and so will still be the best. Will be daddy's best or mommy's best. So for me, I'll just have to keep struggling. Maybe people are going out, since the other one is too slow, you end up leaving him. Wacheni hapo bado ataki kuva. You know? This baby remains, the others go out. These kids grow up with hatred towards each other. And this is where you realize that even a brother ends up killing a fellow brother. Because when he gets that opportunity to do away with this one they're focusing on, once he's gone, I'll be the only one left. So the focus will change to me. Because the favorite one will be gone anyway. So they'll have no option. And they'll now focus on me. So such things affect mental health. Kids, like I said, are very unique. Very. If you feel a baby is kind of slow, help that baby to grow and improve and be like the other one. Let this other one wait for the other one. Let them work together so that they grow, and this one will feel motivated. They love me so much. They love me so much that they care and want me to be like them. So they're part of me. Because when we make a baby feel like he's left out, he begins thinking like, maybe I'm not born in this family. Maybe this is not my father. Maybe this is not my mother. And how do you get babies who even kill their parents? When you know that, brother, you always think you are the best, and now you're praising yourself. And you know how kids are, they innocently speak those things. And tell their brothers like, you're always slow. What's wrong with you? You know? And the other one feels like, so it's dad and mom who are making you feel like this. What if we do away with dad and mom? Whom will you remain with? We'll be in the same level now. So let's see who's going to support who. And a child ends up, even a teenager, ends up killing the parents. So that they do away with the favoritism, and now they struggle on their own as children. Let's see now who is better than the other. Because as a teenager, even especially the boy child, they have a particular ego. That as it is messed up, it messes up with their mental health. You're told you're slow. Maybe you don't even have a girlfriend. Everyone else around you has a girlfriend. So in your mind, you're like, maybe it's just the same problem I had from childhood.
From home.
So maybe these girls are also seeing the same problem that I had from childhood. And mom and dad didn't even care to make it better. So that really plays a part in the mental health of the teenagers. As they grow. As they grow. That's why we need to have that bonding. I think with that, you reminded me of babies who cry, and as a mother or caregiver, you end up shouting. at the baby, the African. The
African
Africans,
mother.
yeah.
Yes.
So you look at even the style of these comics of Mama Otis, Flacco, and the rest, you know.
Yes.
And a baby cries because probably the baby needs something.
It's the only way to communicate.
Communication, because he can't talk, he can't do anything else. And now as a mother, you go like, why can't you just stop making the noise? What is wrong with you? The baby goes like, Mama, what wrong have I done? I'm trying to tell you I have a problem. My pamper is wet.
Yes.
Why don't you look at me? Yeah, you know, remember when Dr. Kura used to say that, don't always think when a baby is crying, it's all about the breast.
Yes.
You know, some mothers, whenever the baby is crying, the breast is out.
Breast.
It's always the breast. At times, maybe you're just putting on the diaper, yeah?
Yeah.
And something pricked along the diaper. So something is really pricking the baby all through.
Even the simple labels on the clothes.
Yeah.
It itches.
So you're giving the baby the breast, the baby's like, what is wrong with you, mom? Like, I don't need this. Sort this. So when a baby cries, when a baby begins to throw tantrums, what is the problem? Maybe no one is handling my issues. So let me pick these gloves and drop it.
Ooh.
If dad and mom are watching TV,
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell dad and mom, mommy, I need something. I need water.
I need water.
Yeah.
So they just
So I don't need
something for
water. So baby
attention.
just begins, moves. Next to you, there is a glass. Baby picks the glass, throws it, and that will obviously get your attention. Won't it get your attention?
It will,
Yeah.
in a bad way.
Yeah, and for the baby, it'll be like, finally, I got your attention.
Oh.
Yeah, but in a bad way.
Yeah.
So we need to give that responsive caregiving of being keen and understanding the uniqueness in children when they try to communicate, what does the baby really want? If the baby cries, what does he want? Yeah.
Yeah.
If he comes and draws me, tries to draw you with your dress,
Yes.
maybe he wants to go somewhere. Just follow the baby. Maybe something is happening somewhere. Compared even to a pet dog
Yeah.
who is trained.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they want to touch you. Something is happening that is wrong somewhere.
Yes.
And since you're a mother and you're like, just stop touching. What is wrong with this baby?
Especially when we are on phone, you are busy scrolling,
Yeah.
and the
Baby is
baby
pulling your dress.
you.
They want to pass some message, but you're not listening
And
as a
be busy.
mother.
Enda wambia auntie, enda kwa
Yeah.
auntie.
Or even the issue of breastfeeding.
Oh.
A mother is busy breastfeeding. The baby, first of all, the position is wrong.
It's wrong.
It's going to bring the mom is going to be affected because the backache will be there
Yes.
because of the position.
Yeah.
At the same time, the baby is struggling to take that milk.
True.
And the baby ends up sucking so much gas in the night. The baby begins to cry.
Very true.
They can't sleep so well. It's so much gas because the position of breast
It's
was
wrong.
wrongly placed because the mother was busy on phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm breastfeeding and I'm just like holding the baby. I don't even care the baby's leg is what side,
No.
the head is what side.
Mm-mm.
As long as I can hear the sac.
Yes. Yeah. And you're on the phone.
On the phone.
You can scroll.
Yeah.
I've seen that a lot as a lactation specialist.
Mm-hmm.
And even where now, by the end of the day, one breast, especially, it's usually this breast, the left one is hyper, has a hyper production.
Sure.
And the left one stopped producing milk because
true.
it's never needed.
Yeah.
So the mother holds the baby and the right is
Always with the
scrolling.
phone.
And then all of a sudden, mothers will come and tell you, hii haina maziwa, na iko na maziwa mingi sana. And the worst of it is, now we finished, we are done with breastfeeding, and you cannot get a bra that this size is 38C and this other size is 36B. Because they both equally didn't behave at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's true about our scrolling, our poor behavior.
Mm-hmm.
And good Lord, it affects our loved ones.
Responsive caregiving.
It's all about responsive caregiving.
Caregiving.
And where do parents get this information, Daktari?
So, okay, what's good about today's generation, let me say, even in the health docket, is we have the antenatal booklets, the purple book.
Daktari, we don't read. We slide it. I'm
it for the
speaking on
hospital.
behalf of the mothers. We put it nicely on that Joala paper and in the
Wait for the
kibeti.
clinic.
Wait for the next clinic.
Do you know that book has so much information
has.
that when always you show a mother and they realize some particular danger signs,
Yes.
even about breastfeeding, how do you hold a baby when breastfeeding?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
positioning
has.
and attachment, it's all there. How do you play and communicate with the baby at different age groups?
Yeah,
Imagine.
yeah.
UNICEF took the step of putting all that detail in
Yes.
that book
Yeah.
to help the mother.
But we do not read.
So how
It's
how can
exactly
we help
that.
the mothers
I was
read that
actually
book?
with some healthcare workers, And I was telling them in a training that, do you know actually this purple book belongs to the baby? Because on the last page, it's well indicated that you should hand over this book to the 18-year-old baby. And it starts by, dear grown-up. In this book, blah, 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 it is a letter to this grown-up.
Yeah.
And the healthcare workers were looking at me, no, Shikari. Like, who has that purple book here?
You showed them. Yeah.
I showed them and they're like, wait. So we don't read it.
It's so important that our mothers read the book.
So parents, please make use of the purple book. That purple book. And the best thing, it's available in both private and public. And some private hospitals have even added some of these things. But by the end of the day, it still remains the key information from the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
They've just added some few pages now to suit the particular hospital. But there's always that book that mothers should. And the other thing is, please mothers, sign in for childbirth classes. In Mamatoto, we provide the childbirth classes.
Nice.
When you go for antenatal ANC, mama ende mapema, because there are these health talks that are usually given at our public hospitals.
Yeah.
There are these sessions that are usually open.
Yeah, before the clinic
begins, you know. And mothers can always sign in for a childbirth education and have somebody to walk with this journey together. So any other parting shots or something that we must have left out, especially when it comes to bonding, environment, the nurturing care? And I love what you've said about mental health of the caregivers, because we as parents may not be the primary caregivers. True. But as long as tumepata tu mtu, nitafutieni, tumepata tu mtu, tunamwachia. So I think we should invest in training them.
Yeah, true.
Bare minimum. I don't know. What's your
on play and communication?
Yeah, in play of communication.
Because it's majorly, it's important that we have caregivers learn. And this is where we also encourage the male partners. Because caregiving can be done, like you said, primary caregiving is by so many. It can be the mother, the grandma,
the nanny,
the father, the nanny.
auntie.
All of them need to be enlightened on what is responsive caregiving. So they bring up these babies in the best, because this is what's going to impact this baby's life in years to come. Are we going to contribute to more poverty in the world? Are we going to contribute to more people with low self-esteem, not empowered, that cannot even stand on their own? They'll be easily assaulted and still keep quiet. So how we bring them up really plays a part in the future. It's going to improve our community. So you can have sessions, mothers, yes, attending the health education sessions in facilities. They can come for classes here at Mamatoto, and also let them also mothers also spend time with the books. Even the other caregivers, let them just go through the book and see what's in this particular book.
Hold it there. I remember I have seen a lot of children who have delayed speech or stammering, or just something to do with speech that is a little bit not in the, what do I call it? It's not in the normal. And it's too much. It's a lot of children are being affected. I remember we had a guest dentist who talked about it, but I want you to approach it from the nurturing way. What is happening?
Okay, the most common thing is we are kind of at times misleading as caregivers to our children. What nurturing care really trains on babies is when a baby wants to mention the name Baba or Papa, and accidentally says, or maybe listens to another baby say Tata. And now this baby comes and calls the dad Tata. In reality, it's not Tata. Instead of daddy, says something else. As the caregivers, we're the ones to speak the right thing. As the baby says Tata, maybe in calling Mama, or calling you Dada, then now you're supposed to say Mama. Baby says Tata, you say Mama. As it comes again and again, the baby gets to pick it and say, now the right one should be that one that Mama keeps saying. I should follow what Mama keeps saying. So that really plays a major part. You know what's common with us as caregivers at times? Baby says the wrong thing. Like a different word that does not click. And as an adult, I repeat the wrong one. So the time baby goes to school, the baby still speaks the wrong one. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And our times it also affects
sense.
them. They get a child who speaks it better. Maybe they even end up laughing at this baby.
Yes. Another
That
example I
affects
think
them.
is when you see a cow, instead of, if you speak Kiswahili, instead of telling mtoto ni ng'ombe, you say mo. So the baby grows up calling all ng'ombes mo.
Yeah, you're on the road and the baby goes like, Mommy, see mo.
Yes.
So what's mo?
What's mo?
The baby needs to know the reality. It's a cow.
Oh,
so what if
Lord.
the teacher now goes and says to the baby, it's called a cow? And baby goes like, so what was wrong with
What
mom?
was wrong with my mother?
Why was mom saying it's more? Mommy says, and babies can always stand on their own and say, Mommy said it's more, not cow. Or they come and tell you, teacher said it's cow. Babies are good at listening to their teachers.
Yes, teacher said.
Teacher said it's cow.
Yeah.
Mommy, don't call it more.
And
so how about
this baby language that we pick. When they are saying tati, totu, we also talk
pick
like
the
tot,
same
tot,
one.
tot. Ah.
No, so in nurturing care, we need to speak the right one. So the baby gets to hear it more often and imitate the right one. We're not supposed to follow the wrong one. Because wrong one will be misleading for the babies.
Yes.
And then another thing about speech, babies who are shouted at, most of the time, contributes to stammering.
Oh.
Some may think it's genetic. And you realize it's not genetic. The babies who, maybe the baby passes urine on himself. The baby was pressed. The baby is not able to speak. They're too young to speak. And now the baby urinates. Instead of helping the baby, you begin to shout at the baby and slap the baby. And the baby goes like, now, what is wrong with urinating? The question is, what is wrong with urinating? The baby does not have an idea that I was urinated on this and this. I was not supposed to urinate on... No, he has no idea on that. His problem was, I was pressed and urine was supposed to come out, and it came out. So the next time this baby would be scared of urinating. Because if I urinate, so-and-so is going to slap me. What will that contribute to? We know even UTIs will come in here.
Yes.
Infections of urine. The next time you run to the facility, you say the baby cries when passing urine. What was the problem? Everyone was fighting the baby when just passing simple urine. Yeah? Or babies who are, when they talk about something, before they speak, or someone is already slapping, maybe even a house help.
Yeah.
Yeah? Stop. Keep quiet. So they're always so scared that every time they want to speak, they struggle to speak because you're not sure if someone is going to slap you because of what you're going to speak. That contributes to stammering. There are so many babies, I can talk even about my nephew, whom that effect was coming on. And as soon as the house help was changed, do you know the stammering subsided?
Oh, the baby thrived.
Yeah, the baby thrived. And the baby got better and better. It is okay, even graduated, recently.
Wow.
So it's been a while. So it's very important for us not to shout at babies. It also affects their speech. If a baby does something, find a better way. That's why it's important to have a healthy mind. If I'm too irritable, let someone else handle the baby for the moment. If maybe my spouse is frustrating me too much, let me not pass it on to the baby. The baby has nothing to do with your commotions.
Wow, and poor women, we do that all the time.
Yeah. So I'm so mad and I want to pour it on the baby. The baby has nothing to do with it. And the baby wonders, why does mommy hate me so much?
So much.
What wrong have I done to mommy? Should I just be with auntie?
Yeah, and they allow
Should I just
auntie
go
all the
to
time.
uncle? Yeah, because mommy does not want me.
Yeah.
And what if they fall in the hands of a wrong relative and now they're assaulted? And that's why they felt safe. Because maybe the other person is overdoing the pampering and loving until they may end up even getting assaulted. Because on the other side, mommy is fighting the baby. So baby feels like this place is not for me. Mommy does not want me. So when let's look at babies. Even a young baby who plays and is just lying down, let me say even a 1-month-old baby, 2 months, their brains are developing.
Yes.
So we need to remember, when we leave them crying there for so long, what goes on in their mind is, does anyone even care about me? I cry for 2 hours, 3 hours, the baby is now getting fever because of crying. Is there anyone in this house who cares, who even cares, who loves me? Opposite of a baby who cries for a very short time and is pampered.
Yes.
And goes like, wow, I am so loved. Mommy loves me. And such simple things, we don't look at them. And then later, sorry to say, the babies whom we take to boarding school too early. And some of these babies will learn that they feel like mommy does not feel comfortable having me in their house. they're okay with me in school and not in the house. And then one day now, when these kids grow older and you're missing them so much, they don't even have business visiting you.
Yeah.
Because anyway, you put them away from you. They're not connected to you.
Yeah.
They used to live out without you.
They'll just call you, send you a
Yeah, you okay,
and
mommy?
come
Yeah, just money. That's all. That's what is important.
And you're asking yourself, watoto wangu walienda wapi?
We pushed them away.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't say boarding school is bad.
Yes,
but let us also look at the age in which we take our babies to boarding. Some of them are too tender. So many assaults and issues of LGBTQ are going on in boarding schools.
Yes.
Or if I take my child who is so innocent, and then now they get that kind of life and threat. So this is what mommy was taking me to. This is what mommy wanted for me. So meaning she does not love me. Kids interpret things differently.
And they're very sensitive.
And it begins from a very tender age. So when you give responsive caregiving, babies feel loved. A baby who's brought up with so much love will handle the parents and everyone around them differently. Different from a baby who has been so traumatized and feels hated, tired of that baby does not care about anyone. And they're almost always irritable. You do something simple, tell them very simple statements. They look at it even like madarao.
Oh yeah.
Unanidarao.
Yeah.
Yeah. People make statements maybe even in an audience. For them, they feel like maybe it's just talking about me. I'm the bad one here. You know, because of low self-esteem, because people feel no one cared about them.
Wow.
So that's very key. And it's also impactful in matters of speech. But we also need to know that nowadays in our facilities, in case we missed it at that point, we have speech therapists.
Yeah, we have speech therapists around there.
Yeah. So they can also see the babies and take care of the babies to improve on their speech. Let us learn to leave also children to play with other babies. That's very key. The mothers who hide their children with the TV and everything, but don't get dirty. Let them play with other children. The children who are better at speaking, they will pick it from them very fast.
Very fast, yeah. And I think I will also not allow you to leave here before you talk to us. Like, as parents, sometimes I feel like we overcompensate, and the overcompensation here takes back to screens and very expensive toys that okay, wacha tu nijishtaki. I think my boy does not even know how to make a local ball at 10 years.
Using local items. Yeah.
Using local items. But I think as parents, we overcompensate by buying those expensive PSAs.
Cars. They're driving the big cars.
They're driving big cars. Ready-made,
yeah.
Yes. You know, that will charge at night.
Yeah.
What's your take about these toys and overcompensation and locally available toys?
So, okay, in nurturing care, we majorly, even in our facilities, when you go to the nurturing care, but we have different parts in the facility that is just for nurturing care. Children come and play with the items there. Yeah. We even have their mothers involved in making the corn garden and everything. They even harvest vegetables, like in Chulaimbo or Jola. They have vegetables. The mothers
visit.
Yeah. So, in such places, babies, you know, when a baby sees a plate in the house, I know maybe in our families of today, some of them don't even have the metallic plates. Yeah. Akishika to glass, if you feel like, stop, you're going to break my glass. What's wrong with you?
Yes.
The baby would want to take that plastic, the metallic plate and a spoon and knock it. It will produce some sound.
Yes.
And the baby enjoys. You are busy on your laptop. Will you leave the baby to do that?
Oh no.
So it's very important that these local things that are in the house are what the baby used to. Babies are supposed to use to make the local things.
Yeah, I remember
use the different clothes,
the sufurias together.
Just hear what happens like this sufuria. It helps the brain to develop. Yes, you buy your 10,000 car, from United Mall or whatever, and then you bring it to the house. Within seconds, since the baby's brain is developing, it is torn apart into pieces, and your 10,000 is tang, 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 tang. Baby is trying to develop. As a mother, you go like, what is wrong with this one? It is the brain that's developing for the baby to understand what happens to this car for it to run, to move, Is the car able, am I able to take it back to where it was that it goes, it moves again?
So they're not destroying, like literally destroying. No,
they're trying to explore and see what is in this thing that is making it to move.
Oh dear
Lord. You know, if you use the local item, they're familiar with them already.
Yes.
Yeah. If you use like the wires that people can use to make the car and push it, it is them who are going to make it. You know, you're going to make it with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the baby understands, I'm supposed to do this for the wheel to do this. I'm supposed to put this particular here for this to be able to move.
Yes.
So it is part of the brain developing. When you give the baby everything, we are spoiling it for the baby. We're not giving the brain the time to develop. The brain is always receiving things that are ready-made. A baby enjoys a very simple life that at times maybe may negatively impact. Let me say, if it's a parent, maybe God allows and this parent lives longer, it's okay. If such a baby is left in life where the parents maybe lose their life, anything can happen. They will struggle.
Oh yeah.
Maybe a boy will look for a sponsor. Yeah, Cindy.
Because we took away the
to support them,
creative mind.
to bring them money and pimp them in all the kind of things. If it's a girl, they want someone who will spoil them with that money because they're used to that push kind of life. They're not used to fighting things and letting the brain pick on its own and learn. Yeah. So it helps the brain to develop, and it's key for us to let the babies make things from locally available items, so they do it on their own. And as caregivers, you can also help them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, even for them as a caregiver, you're exhausted.
Yeah.
If you sit the children up on the carpet and you want to make things and all that, even for you, the brain will relax. You're bonding, you're communicating. And baby goes like, oh, my mommy cares enough. Tomorrow he'll go to school and baby's so happy. Oh, my mommy helped me to make a car.
Yes.
We made cars and did this. The brain is also developing. So it's a very positive one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we can't have enough of you. We need you here. And I'm sure the questions and the feedback that you're going to get will make you come back here again and again. And we might even plan to come to and have a session and just see how the session goes at various at the nurturing facilities.
Yeah. And we have them in schools too.
Wow.
Like I said, we have the ECD centers, like almost 387. I'll get them from the slides because we had a meeting like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
The TWG that involves the schools.
Yes, yes.
And with that particular program on nurturing care, they even provide food for the children.
Actually, we need to visit.
Yeah, we need to visit that place.
Please invite us. We'll come. the whole team will come there.
Okay.
So please give us just 1 or 2 parting shots. The camera is yours. Encourage the parents, and we wrap it.
Okay, thank you so much. So nurturing care is the key to having the best in our babies and the key to making our future better and improving the lives of our children. Nurturing care is majorly on 3 things. We strive to ensure that we prevent all deaths for the babies, to ensure they are born. We also thrive, that we ensure they have an environment that is friendly to them. They grow in a healthy environment. Also transform their lives by having an environment that is interactive, and babies play and communicate. Remember, play and communication begins right from conception, and that is what we mean by responsive caregiving. Let's not get tired of playing and communicating with our children. Thank you.
Asante.
Karibu.
So, wow, this should have gone on and on and on. We are already waiting for Daktari's invite to go to one of the nurturing cares and see practically what Daktari means, and we are so happy. All this is brought to you on your desk by Chanuka Studios. If you haven't visited Chanuka Studio when you have an event or just a photo shoot, you want to look good, glam, and get a photo, please do visit Chanuka Studio in Kondele. Once more, this is Mamatoto Lounge, and we are at the Little Cave. Till next time, keep subscribing, keep it here, learning and unlearning and all unfiltered. Till next time, bye.